In this lecture, we will understand the concept of symmetry in two-port networks. We will see the condition for a two-port network to be symmetrical. A two-port network is said to be symmetrical if the ratio of excitation to response remains the same at both the ports. This means at port 1 and at port 2, independently with respect to the defined circuit conditions such as open circuit or short circuit. This means in order to check if the given two-port network is symmetrical or not, we calculate the ratio of excitation to response for port number 1 independently keeping port number 2 either open circuit or short circuit, and then we calculate the ratio of excitation to response for port number 2 independently keeping port number 1 either open circuit or short circuit. But you need to understand one point, that we have to keep the circuit conditions same. This means while calculating the ratio of excitation to response for port number 1, if we kept port number 2 open circuit, then while calculating the ratio of excitation to response for port number 2, we will keep port number 1 open circuit as well. And if after calculation we find the ratio of excitation to response in both the cases is same, then we will say that our two-port network is a symmetrical network. In order to understand this in more detail, I have taken this two-port network and I will connect one voltage source providing the voltage equal to Vs between the two terminals of port number 1, and I will keep port number 2 open circuited. This means I2 will be equal to 0 ampere. Now in this case, Vs is the excitation and I1 is the response. Therefore, ratio of excitation to response will be Vs over I1, and the defined circuit condition is port number 2 is open circuited. So we will also mention the defined circuit condition. Port number 2 is open circuited. This implies I2 is equal to 0. Now we will take the same two-port network and this time we will connect the same voltage source providing the voltage Vs, but this time we will connect it between the two terminals of port number 2, and we will open circuit the port number 1, and therefore I1 will be equal to 0 ampere. Now the ratio of excitation to response will be Vs over I2, Vs over I2, and the defined circuit condition is port number 1 is open circuited, therefore I1 is equal to 0. The two-port network we are having will be symmetrical if Vs over I1 for I2 equal to 0 will be equal to Vs over I2 for I1 equal to 0. So this is the condition for symmetry in two-port networks. Remember this condition. It is an important condition and we will solve the questions in the coming lectures. Now we will move on to the next point. According to the next point, for small independent networks, we can identify the symmetry using the mirror image property. So what is this mirror image property? We divide the given network into two equal halves, and if the left side of the network is mirror image to the right side of the network, we say the two-port network we are having is symmetrical in nature. So I hope this lecture was clear to you. Now I will end this lecture here. See you in the next one.